Hi, I'm Fred Wilcox, Texas Professional Inspector number 160. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to talk about the proper way to check electrical receptacles. This isn't done except by very few inspectors. Inspectors are not required by an exception to disassemble appliances. So inspectors think that cover plates are appliances. They are not. Cover plate is cover plate. An appliance is an appliance. A cover plate is there for any number of reasons, but one of the reasons is to allow for the inspection, maintenance, servicing, repair, or replacement of the appliance. So a cover plate on an electrical receptacle or light switch is cover plate. It's not the appliance. The electrical receptacle and the light switch are the appliance. You don't have to disassemble the receptacle or the lighting switch. You do have to remove the cover plate. So let's look at the rules. Let's start with the general rules. Number one, you are expected to have integrity beyond that of a person involved in ordinary commerce. Integrity has a precise meaning. It means you follow the rules. It doesn't mean you do the right thing when no one's looking. It means you follow the rules. The rules are you're supposed to remove cover plates. The second, each inspector is required to maintain a high degree of independence, professionalism, objectivity, and fairness. You can't be objective, you can't be fair if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So we need to start inspecting houses by the rules and inspecting them correctly. By the canons of ethics, you are also required to maintain and improve reputation and professionalism in the practice of home inspections. You can't maintain it and improve it when you're not doing what's required of an inspector. When you took your license, you also agreed to protect and promote the interest of your clients in recognition of the fact that your client has placed their trust in you. Why should a client place their trust in you if you're not going to do what the standards require? The canon of ethics that you agreed to when you took the privilege of your license also requires you to increase your knowledge to better serve the interest of your client. It does not require you to maintain the level so you don't upset anybody. It requires you to continue learning. When you become an inspector, you have committed yourself to a lifetime of learning. Again, I've been doing this for 52 years. What I've learned in 52 years is amazing. What I also know is today's houses are highly complex, where houses 50 years ago were very simple. If you are not continually learning and improving your skills, you are way far behind where you ought to be. And the last that I'm going to discuss right now is you are supposed to do things that assure your clients of your independence and that you're not beholden to anyone else. When you seek your business from realtors, are you independent? When you seek your business from realtors and everyone knows that the realtor's feeding you, are you actually independent and are you not under obligation to the realtor? You need to think hard about that and look at yourself objectively. I don't call on realtors. I never have. Not in my entire 52 years, because I cannot serve two masters. Looking at the standards of practice. The standards of practice are for 1 to 4 family dwellings that are substantially completed. The standards of practice require us to carry tools. This is not, I've seen inspectors from other states say, oh, it's strictly a visual inspection. It's not in Texas. You're expected to have tools and you're expected to be proficient with them and to know what you're doing with them. So in Texas, you can't just saunter on through a house and go, yeah, everything looks good. You're going to have to put those tools to work once in a while. In the standards of practice, as in all standards or codes, you have conflicts. You have general provisions and you have specific provisions. In the standards of practice, we have general provisions, we have specifics. Sometimes the general provisions will seem to let you out of things while the specific mandates that you do it. The specific always controls. in those situations. The general does not. So, for example, you're required by the standards to walk on the roof unless you're going to create a large amount of damage. The general requirement is you're going to walk on the roof. The exceptions are so long as you can get to it and you have a reasonable expectation of staying on it. Well, when we come to the electrical receptacles and lighting switches, there's not an exception. You may think the disassembly of appliance applies, but it doesn't, because a cover plate is not an appliance. It's a cover plate. They're two separate and distinct items. The standards require us to inspect receptacles and light switches. They also require us to inspect wiring terminations or conductor terminations. Where are terminations found? Behind cover plates, in panel boxes, in gutters, in any other type of electrical junction box. You're required to look. You're not required to look at all of them, but you're required to look at a representative number. It usually takes me about the first two, and I've already found everything wrong with the terminations you can possibly find, including that the receptacle is undersized for the breaker and the wiring terminations are improperly made. But you're required to be inspecting for them. So, if you wonder why your inspector can do an inspection in 2 hours, it's because they're omitting things that they're supposed to be doing. Good luck on your new home.